Hello world, and welcome to Elevated Intuition. Today we are looking at the full moon. This is happening on November 19th. This is the Beaver full moon, which is the Beaver Moon. It's the name given to the full moon in November. And this particular full moon is a full moon in Taurus. So I just wanted to get this card out to show you as an example of what that might mean for you. And then we're going to pull some cards about the full moon and being in Taurus for each sign. So your dreams need a practical plan. It's not enough to just like wish your dreams and have them just, instantly come true. I mean, I think we all would love to win the lottery, but even that, we have to have a plan about, right? You can't win the lottery if you don't play. You need to put some steps forward to whatever goal that you are going towards. So the other interesting things about this full moon is it is a partial eclipse. So while, full moons are, a time of a lot of energy, it's very interesting energy, like the moon controls, our emotions. It controls like the ebb and flow of water as well. And so that's why it can control our emotions. Because this is a partial eclipse, like that energy can be more intense and then for longer periods of time. Usually we can use the full moon energy for a couple of days before and after to manifest or release. Usually releasing is best with the full moon energy, but whatever intention you are putting towards this. And this, with an eclipse though, it can that energy can last longer. So be very intentional with your intentions, like think things through, because this can last for a long time. The other interesting thing about this particular full moon is it's a full moon in Taurus and the sun is in Scorpio. Those are now opposing energies because when we have a full moon, the sun is opposite of the moon. But what's also interesting about that combination is this is the first of several eclipses that occur between Taurus and Scorpio. And this kind of kicks off the next 2 years where most of the eclipses will be in either Taurus or Scorpio. So we really need to think about that. And I would invite you to write down like your feelings or what's going on at this time. This is the first eclipse in Taurus that has happened since 2014. And then now we're going to have a series of them. And then we've got like Taurus and Scorpio opposed. So that is really interesting because Scorpio deals with our, is a very emotional sign. It's a water sign. It deals with our shadow self, our private world. And then we've got Taurus over here where Taurus is very practical. It's an earth sign. Grounding is really important. And we have heightened senses. So just think about those few things as we go into your reading. And let's go ahead and do our reading now for each sign. Hello, Aries. What is up? What is going on? So, wow, look at these cards we have for you. Okay, first of all, I just want to tell you, like, all of them are in reverse. So when I get cards that flip out and all reverse like this, and it's happened a couple of times in these readings, it tells me something. First of all, I don't read spreads like this. I don't read all the cards in reverse. And that is a rule that I have as a tarot reader. Spirit knows that. So when they come out all reverse, and they look way, way better upright. But it tells me something, Aries, that there's some sort of obstacle in your way and there could be like a delay in this energy. Even though the Eight of Wands is about things moving very, very quickly. But I feel like once you put the things in place, like things are going to change like that. But I feel like at the moment, you're just kind of like it feels stagnant. It feels like you're just waiting and waiting and waiting. And I don't know if you're actually trying things or you're just feeling like you're trying to go with the flow, or maybe you're trying to do something, or you're trying this. It could be kind of like, just as an example, kind of like if you're trying to lose weight and you tried working out and you tried a diet and you tried this other diet and you are doing intermittent fasting, and then each time it's like, it's basically the same results as if you had done nothing at all. But I feel like once you get it worked out, or stick with something, like things are gonna change very, very quickly. So that was just an example. This actually could be a love connection. So like an example would be like, you put yourself out there on all the dating apps and you've gone on dates and you keep meeting people and you've gone on blind dates and it's just not working out. But I feel like, there's some sort of barrier, some sort of threshold here. And once that happens, like it's going to move very, very quickly because, and both of these cards are Wands cards. They're fire energy. You're a fire sign, so they're very, very much related to you. The Eight of Wands is such a fast moving energy. It can also indicate travel, but certainly movement. So movement in this area of life that you're focused on, or movement in like going on a trip. And then the Knight of Wands is also a pretty fast moving energy. Knights are about movement. Fire is a fast moving energy. And we're going from the Moon, where we've got some uncertainty here. We're not really sure which path to go down. But I feel like there's almost an element of both paths, and we'll talk about the both paths that you need to put together to get your movement. But we're going from this Moon, and we're going, just blasting off over here to the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups, the nickname for this card is the wish card. This is anything and everything that you could wish for and that you could want. But you have to go out and get it. You have to move from a place where you're maybe not happy with, and find that final cup, find that final piece. I feel like you're just right there. It's just one final thing that you need to put in here, Aries, and it's going to really make sense for you. It's really gonna blast off, if you will. So remember, and I talked about this in the intro, with our full moon in Taurus, is that your dreams need a practical plan. A practical plan. In the examples that I was giving you, like the losing weight or finding love, it almost seems like you're giving up just a little too soon for it to work out. And when you're giving up a little too soon for it to work out, it makes me think that what you're doing is not practical because it's something that you can't stick with. If you want real change, it's something that you do repeatedly every single day. And you didn't get here, let's say it's about losing weight. You didn't gain these extra pounds overnight. You're not going to lose them overnight. I've had 2 children. So I think about this example, like it took 9 months, and actually that's super, super fast to develop like an entire human being within my body. So if I give myself 9 months to like actually work on it and do it every single day to like resculpt my body, that seems like a decent time frame. That gives me decent time, but I don't have to like be running marathons the first day of that time frame, but I can, walk a mile. Maybe I can walk, so it's putting that plan in place, whatever it is your dreams are, and whatever this wish, what is your wish for this Nine of Cups? If you were going to wish on a star, what would that wish be? But it's going to be more than just wishing on a star, Aries. It's going to actually put some things in place. Now, when we've got the Moon over here, I almost feel like maybe you don't even know what that is that's going to make you happy and make you feel fulfilled. And that might be the the thing that's holding you up in here, the thing that you're getting a snag on. Love the moon card here. Love it in conjunction when we're talking about a full moon energy, because even though I know you want to get moving, I know you want to do something, like you've got this fire energy behind you, where are you going to go? I just had this discussion with another sign, another reading. Who was it? It was Cancer. Where are you going? Where are you taking this energy? You have to have a destination. You have to have an intention. Like, what intention are you putting forward? Your dreams need a practical plan. So if you want to go someplace, you kind of need to know where you're going. I'm not going to just jump in my car and drive around and figure out where I'm going to go. I've done that before, but that's not going to be successful. Like, if my dream is to end up in Denver, I live in Colorado, so going to Denver would be a thing I could do in a day. But if my dream is to go there, but all I do is just, get in my car and drive around the block around my house, it's not a practical plan, is it? And it's never getting me where I want to go. So I feel like this is a great time if you do meditation, if you do journaling, even if it's just making a checklist, pros and cons about the things that you want. Maybe you write down like seven to 10 things that you want. And then think about like, okay, well, what would have the biggest impact on my life right now? And then write that thing on its own page and think about the ways that it makes you feel, and think about the ways that your life would change for the better and why you want that, and think about all the positives of it. And then you start putting a plan together, like, okay, well then how can I reach this? How can I do this? And I feel like when you do that, you understand, or you realize that your dreams are actually more in reach than you thought they were. The moon coming out here, the moon asks us to dip into our intuition, into our wants, into our dreams. It asks us to think about things. When we are pairing this particular card, the moon card, with a full moon, it has enormous potential if you use it in the right way. So I just went through a laundry list of things, of ways for you to use it the right way. I just want to explain kind of what is on this moon. We've got a lobster here crawling out of like the abyss. It can represent us, like in our evolution. When you think about like the whole, we were water creatures at one time, like our ancient ancestors billions of years ago, and we crawled out of the water onto the land. So I love this particular moon card with what's happening right now, when we've got the sun in Scorpio, this which is a water sign, and then this lobster or sometimes it's a crayfish, is crawling out of the water onto land. It is progressing. It is moving. How is it going to happen? Well, we don't know. Well, we do know, because if it is our ancient ancestor from billions of years ago, we're at this point now. But think about that. Think about the amazing, enormous potential of just like this beautiful earth that we live on, and all of the things that had to come into being, and all of the coincidences that had to happen for you to be where you are right now, listening to me saying what I'm saying right now. Amazing. And I feel like you have such a great potential here with your dreams. You have like unlimited potential to accomplish and do exactly what it is that you want to do, Aries. It is putting your mind to it and putting that planet in place. So, lovely, beautiful. And then I know I didn't talk much about the 8 of Wands and the Knight of Wands, other than I said they're related to you. I just really see you as this Knight of Wands, ready to go out, ready to get something going. This is so funny. It's so much, he almost looks like a James Bond figure here in this particular card. But it's, James Bond does some pretty fantastic, amazing, crazy things. and he can manifest and make things happen. Like, he's a pretty great manifester. But the Knight of Wands is so related to you, Aries, and I don't want to say that I glossed over these two. I just think that they're very much like a confirmation of, like, once you get your direction down, you can move to this wish card and get all of your desires. So love that for you, Aries. Hope you have a fantastic day, and thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next reading.